Hello everybody and welcome to today's edition of the Daf Yomi. Today's Daf is Daf 16 on the day of Makkos. So just finishing off on the last Daf. And they followed on the end of reasoning, as it was stated, Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish disagreed in a case where one said, on my oath I will eat this loaf today. On the day passing he did not eat it. Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish both say he is not flogged for taking a false oath. They disagree with regard to the reason that he is not flogged. Rabbi Yochanan says he is not flogged because it's a prohibition that does not involve an action. He violates an oath by failing to perform an action rather than by performing an action. And the principle is, with regard to any prohibition that does not involve an action, one is not flogged for its violation. Reish Lakish says he is not flogged because the forewarning in this case is an uncertain forewarning. One cannot properly forewarn him before he takes the oath, because as long as time remains in the day, he can still eat the loaf at a later time and fulfill the oath. And any uncertain forewarning is not characterized as forewarning. The Gemara adds, and both Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish hold, in accordance to the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda, as is taught in the Braita, it is stated with regard to the Paschal offering, and you shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remains of it until the morning you shall burn in fire, in Exodus 12:10. So what does that mean? So siru mimena ad boker. You shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. It is prohibited to leave the remaining flesh of the Paschal offering until morning, as it is written, and you shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. One who leaves the flesh until the morning violates the prohibition, but he is not liable to receive lashes. The prohibition entails the fulfillment of a mitzvah that rectifies it, as it is written, and that which remains of it until the morning you shall burn in fire. The Kesef Mishnah points out that although the Rambam could have written that one is not flogged for leaving the flesh until the morning because it does not involve an action, as a halacha in accordance to the opinion of Rabbi Yochanan, instead the Rambam wrote that the exemption is due to the fact that this is a prohibition that entails fulfillment of a mitzvah. He did so to underscore that even a violation of this prohibition involves an action, one is not flogged. Rambam Sefer Kabbalah Hilchot Korban Pesach 10:11. See Sefer Avodah Hilchot Pesulei Makdashin 18:9 and other commentaries on the Rambam. The verse comes to position the positive mitzvah of burning leftover flesh as after the prohibition against leaving over the flesh. To say that one is not flogged for its violation, this is statement Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yochanan inferred this from the statement of Rabbi Yehuda. The reason he's not flogged is that the verse comes and positions the mitzvah after the prohibition, but if the verse had not come and positioned the mitzvah after the prohibition, he would have been flogged. Apparently, uncertain forewarning characterized as forewarning, as he can be forewarned not to leave the flesh of the offering, even though he would not be flogged were he to burn it. And Reish Lakish inferred this. The reason